Now.
Not gonna get
There
that.
we go.
All right, on the count of 1, 2, 3. Hey everybody, it's Joe from the Joe and Anthony Show. I got my buddy Oscar here next to me.
Hello there.
And I got my buddy Daniel here next to me.
Hello.
Tonight, we're going to be playing a game called This War of Mine board game version. I was introduced to this game by my friend here, Oscar, about like a year ago or
I
so,
think
right?
like a year ago.
And it's a console game and it's a
PC game too.
too.
Yes.
So Oscar, why don't you tell us a little bit about this game, kind of.
Alright,
What are we
so
doing tonight?
first of all, we're playing, as you said, some This War of Mine. This time is the board game, it's the journal we're using to play this thing, because we're new on this thing. Apparently, this is what we're using to start playing this stuff, because this game teaches you as you go. There's no rules to be learned first, so you're playing as you go. So we're gonna be using this. So basically, this game, it's a survival game that puts you in the shoes of survivors instead of soldiers. So incredibly, it's that this game is based on the siege of Sarajevo. I think it's pronounced, I don't know, I'm sorry, but you know, during those days when Yugoslavia was suffering with, you know, some civil wars and so on. So in Bosnia during those days, there was like a long siege. It's considered the longest siege in modern history, which lasts, I think, from 92 to 96. So this is based on that. And unlike other games, this is kind of dark, so respecting that. It's not for everyone, however, I do think this might help you out to empathize with all of that people that go through this stuff.
So basically, we're mostly civilians just trying to survive.
Trying to survive.
during
You are
time
not
of
a
war.
soldier, you're
Right.
not prepared for what's happening.
And let
you
me
know?
tell you, we just got done setting up the game board, and there's a whole bunch of stuff that you can do. There's like different scenarios. You can kind of jump into it basically at any time. And so there's like different instructions, and we're all trying to figure out, you know, what exactly are we placing
Yeah,
here
because that's the
and there.
thing. One of the games that needs to put emphasis on is if you're not sure what to do, what the rules are, just go with the first thing that comes to your mind, because that's one of the first things of this. Because you are not a gamer anymore when playing this board game. You're actually becoming a survivor. So be playing with that mentality in your head. So,
And in a way, that's just like real life, right?
yeah, it's just like real life. You gotta survive.
So what we're going to do next is we're going to go ahead and get the board set up a little bit more, and then we're going to go right into the gameplay. What you're going to see is not necessarily scripted, and it's very random. You know, we might make a mistake here or there, but whatever. It's war, and you got to survive.
Yeah, you gotta survive. And so yeah, that's what I've been doing so far.
So sit back, stay tuned, and enjoy the show.
Enjoy. Ah!
Oscar's really excited about playing this game.
Okay, guys, here's the thing. I'm very excited about playing this game because it's when all of a sudden I started playing This War of Mine. I heard first time it was on PC, but then it came to console where I play, you know? I'm a console player. Anyways,
And
it's...
folks, we promise we're going to try to make sure that we go this way around the table instead of in front of the
in
camera.
front of the camera.
Because you don't want to see our asses.
You don't want it. But anyways, I'm excited about playing this game. Like, when I heard that the prototype board game of this game was being developed, I was so excited about it. So now that I finally have it here and I'm playing with a couple friends, I think it's gonna be a really good experience.
Daniel, do you know where your beer is at? That's yours and that's yours.
This is yours, mine's
Where did mine go?
It's no, that's yours.
That's mine.
Yeah,
No.
mine's yours.
You got it on their cover.
Dude, you
No, that's you.
No, mine's not.
No.
It's yours, mine's not. I
Oh,
just...
maybe you drank mine. That's
No.
okay.
No, mine was one was this little.
Well, mine was the same as Daniel's, and you
That
had
one
the
was
undercover.
over there. Mine I put it over
You
here.
drank mine.
Never mind that.
Well, I'll try this one.
He's gonna try that one. Okay, so shall we start?
Yeah.
Alright guys.
All right, so here we go.
I'm ready to be surrounded.
Since you have the thingy in your hands, you are now the leader.
Oh shit. I'll be the leader. Never mind.
So what's our first
Okay, let's
action?
it says a new day begins. Morning event.
Draw and resolve the top card from the event's deck. Do not forget to add the code tokens to the code space on the board as described on the revealed event card. Reveal card. Which one is the reveal card?
Under the
Draw and
events,
resolve
right?
the top card from the event's deck. One of those.
Okay, so the chapter 1.
So we need to code tokens, right?
Yes.
What does it say?
Well,
Read it out loud.
so when the Civil War broke out, many people thought that it would only last a couple of weeks. It's been a year since the military surrounded the rebels in the capital, cutting off all supply lines. The civilians still trapped in the city suffer from hunger, disease, and the constant threat of shelling. It's another day of desperate waiting for the end of this terrible war. And shelling is just basically like mortars.
Yeah,
coming
mortars
down on
and
top of
bombs.
you. So, determine the objectives for each of the 3 chapters of this campaign. Find a final objective card in the objectives deck and place it on the objective space on the board. So there's the chapter objectives. Then, so get one of those and place it on the objective space on the board. Now, what's the objective?
The
Staying
staying fit. At the end of the chapter, all characters' hunger must be 0. The reward is clear mind. Immediately draw 2 narrative action cards and keep both. Penalty, if we don't do that, then it's broken morale. Raise the character's misery by 2. God damn!
So is that going to be where the fits go?
Staying fit? I'm guessing.
So
What does it say?
It says find a final objective card in the objective space and place it on the objective space on the board.
Objectives.
Where's the objective space?
This is the objective space.
Oh.
So I'm guessing we take this off and we
And just put
this
it there,
one?
yeah. So that's the objective,
So
folks.
we
We
just
gotta
do-
stay fit. Alright, then draw 2 more objectives cards and place them on the final objective.
And I had seen some final objective stuff. Well, what the
Where the hell is the final objective? Oh shit.
No! What have you done to Amelia, man?
And
Amelia's gone.
She lost
she's
her
dead
hunger.
already.
She lost her hunger?
Yes, she did.
She lost her
God
hunger.
damn it.
Where's the hunger?
Where's the hunger?
Uh-oh.
We had.
Why no? I'm
Anyway,
hungry.
guys.
So, okay, find a final objective card in the objectives. Find a final objective card. So we gotta find a final objective card.
We only have one.
There we go. So that's the final, and now we gotta place that in the objectives on the. Ugh. Place it on the objective
Just
space
place
on
on
the
the
board.
So I'm guessing.
So I guess okay. And then draw 2 more objectives cards and place them on the final objective. Okay, I see what it's saying.
What's-
So now we place those on top of that.
Okay.
Alright. Okay, these cards should be placed face up and you may look at them at any time.
Oh, okay.
During
So
the
face
game,
them up.
yeah.
Face them up.
Okay, remove the remaining objective cards from the game, so we'll just keep those somewhere else.
Well, this is the one that we drew, right?
No,
Yeah.
because we.
Oh, it's there?
Yeah, it's there. Alright.
No, wait. This is the one that's staying fit one. This is the one that we picked first.
Yeah, but it's not the final objective, and then we decided to pick 2 other cards. So.
Never mind.
Yeah.
Never mind, guys.
So, at the end of each chapter, resolve any reward penalties from the corresponding objective card.
So that is our current objective, right?
Yeah.
So
So,
what
it says survive. At least one character from the starting group must survive until the end of the game with each state: hunger, misery, wounds, and illness equal to or less than 2.
But what is the? This is the final one. We are supposed to read one of those. This is the final objective.
Okay. All right. Sorry, folks. Food for the hungry. At any moment, you may discard any number of raw food, canned food, without resolving their effects. For each discarded token, advance the objective marker by 1 or 2 respectively. The reward is gratitude, or the penalty is broken morale.
All right.
Alright, so let's go back to our.
Who's the next player? Who's the next player who's gonna read that?
Alright, so most cards in the game contain script numbers in the colored circles. You should ignore these numbers unless the game effect directly instructs you to
What is
address
the
them.
button scripts over here?
Yeah. Let me go back to what it's saying though. So, draw
This
and
is what I
resolve the
read.
top
So
card
now
from
the
your
next
decks.
player takes this. So
Continues
I'm
the
guessing
day
you're the next
actions.
player, so you get to go to
Okay.
the next. So I'm guessing we're doing now the day action.
So what do we
you're-
do with this card?
Which
After
is-
you resolve this card, remove it from the
We're
game.
still in,
Okay.
in chapter 1, so we keep it.
Okay. Well, it says after we resolve this card, though, so we basically. Okay.
So we're good. We must keep it.
Okay, so folks, a new day begins. Outside is an outgoing conflict and sniper bullets for us. We cannot leave the safety of our shelter, but there are improvements to be made. We should make this place feel more like home. We can use beds, a stove, or even a radio. But first, we'll need to clear some space, and hopefully we'll find something useful in this rubble. Alright, so 3 actions. Each character may perform up to 3 actions. The number of actions may be less if a character possesses states tokens with black markers on them. Uh-oh. We all have black markers
Yeah.
on them. As shown on the states tokens, the black markers indicate which of the 3 actions are unavailable. So we all basically have the same thing.
Yeah, we have 2 actions then.
Yeah.
We had 3, or we could have 3. We were not hungry, but we're hungry, so we are having 2 actions then.
Now it says only one character can be placed on each fitting shelter card. And on each shelter action space, rubble cards and the poke about action are the only exceptions to this rule. At the beginning of each action stage, first action, second action, and third action, so we'll each be doing 2 actions, assign all the available characters to chosen actions and then resolve their effects simultaneously. After each action stage,
Where he goes then, but first we
Yeah.
must do the actions of the day. So, okay, it says we must clear up, right? Yeah. We place on each fitting shelter. So.
so our thing is we gotta do hunger, right? That's our first.
Well, but that's the objectives.
So that's at the
Yeah,
objective.
the
Okay.
objectives. We have to keep that in mind. But this is the first thing we've got to do the action of these days. So I think we got to either clear some rubble, to poke about, or things like that. With each
So,
character.
We
So I
also gotta
think-
be careful too about the movement in the shelter. That's kind of
Yeah, because if you are, let's just say like this way, you cannot just go like this. And that.
Oh,
You gotta
yeah,
go through this thing.
we actually need to put our characters somewhere.
Yeah, we gotta put them right
On
here.
any shelter spaces and fitting shelter cards to which you have access starting from the guard space.
Guard here. So here they are. Looking good, guys.
To which you have access starting from the guard space. So what do I have access to? That's interesting. So I guess
We start from here.
Yeah.
Actually, this is fine. So we're gonna be able to move
well
around. However,
it says characters may move freely horizontally.
like this.
So we can go this
Yeah.
way.
But
Now-
if there's something blocking it, just as rubble, we must clean it first in order to keep going.
Okay. Now characters can also move vertically using the ladders
ladder.
set between the floors.
Here and here.
However, obstacles like bars, locked door, rubble remnants, and holes are impassable, and the cards and spaces behind them are unavailable.
So here's hole. Here's the rubble,
Yeah.
bars. So this is impossible. So okay, so we can go around here and here, but we cannot go through here.
Yes.
All right.
Now, what I'm concerned or curious about is how do we determine?
The actions.
Yeah.
Well, I think we just, for example, here, if we want to clear this shovel, that means we must place 2 characters if we don't have a shovel. If
How
we
do
don't
we
have
get
a shovel,
there?
we just go move forward because it's in front of us. Here's the door. Just put one. We put the other guy, and then we're still what to do with the last guy. So which he can go here. He has
Now,
2 actions.
Are those movements that you just did though chosen by the roll of the dice?
No, they're not. They're not. The dice are only for combat and for faith. Here you can move freely as long as you have actions. For example, like I don't know how many actions we consume to clean up some rubble with 2 characters. If it is 1 action, we can clear this. And once finish this, we can move to another to do another things because they have 2 actions.
Now, remember though, only 1 character can be placed on each fitting shelter card. And on
Yes,
each
but this
shelter
is
action
rubble.
space.
Rubble requires 2 characters if we don't have a shovel. So
Rubble
we're fine.
cards and poke about action are
about
the only exceptions to that rule. So technically, you're right. You can both be there. At the beginning of each action stage, first, second, and third, assign all the available characters to chosen actions and then resolve their effects simultaneously.
Okay, so we gotta decide now what we want to do during the day, right? So what do you
Yeah.
guys think? Should we clean some rubble, take an action of these 2 guys and click this rubble here? And then maybe have this guy picking about in here? Perhaps?
Now, it also says requires a shovel or requires 2
2
characters.
characters. So we don't have the shovel, but we do have the characters. We can put 2 here to clean this thing.
That's what I'm wondering though. I know you said we just put our characters there, but there's got to be some mechanism to get our characters to that point.
I don't think so. This just takes actions, so it doesn't matter about time. So we put them there, then resolve to put this guy here to clean. So that means they're consuming 1 action, so it doesn't matter at all.
Okay.
I'm guessing.
So
Then we move this 2, right? Because
Okay.
we're cleaning this. So do you want this guy to clean it here to start searching for stuff?
that would be a good idea.
Okay, so that means we clean the rubble. You're done. Rubble. And what do we have? You gain 1 electrical part. Where the fuck are the electrical parts? What are the electrical parts? Oh, here. I got it. He 1 electrical port, 1 water. Nice. And free components.
And these just go in our little storage area?
Yeah,
Oh,
in
okay.
our storage. So we have 3 components. Nice.
But now,
So we.
what else was part of that card though?
This one?
Yeah, let
Nothing.
me see that.
Nothing. It's just
Let me see those here.
it's the same from both sides.
Okay. Oh,
You
okay.
see? It's the same. So this one it just tells you what you get from this.
Interesting.
So that means this is clean up. This is also clean up. We still have 1 more actions for the 3 of our characters, right?
So action from a closed door card requires making a roll, but we haven't hit that unless we were to go that way. Which, why not?
But
Let's-
we don't have a lockpick, do we?
Well, okay,
Oh, we
according
do.
to that, action from a closed door requires marking a roll as described below. Pick the lock requires a lock pick, roll the black die.
1, 3,
Result, yep, and result 4 to 10. Discard the lock pick, then resolve the back of this card. But it says it requires a lock pick, and we don't have. Yes, we do. We got 5 lock picks.
So do you guys want to try some luck cleaning
Yeah.
this
That
up?
would be nice.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're gonna clean this. Where's the black die?
Yep. And so, if
Or who's
it's-
the player who's not doing this action right now? I think it should be the one. Who
how do we know who is who? Oh,
Yeah,
so
this
who's-
is Marion.
But nobody really is a particular.
No,
character,
nobody is a
right?
particular character. We're
We're
all in
all.
charge of all of them. Yeah, we're
Okay.
all.
You want to roll the die, Danny?
10!
10, yes!
Fuck
So
yeah!
discard the lockpick, then resolve the back of that card.
So no more luck picks.
Well,
it
wait a
says-
minute though.
What?
That's a 5, right? So that's 5 lockpicks?
No, I don't think so. Oh, it could be up to 5, but
What's
we
on the
don't.
flip side of the
It's the
card?
same.
Really?
It's 1. Yeah, those
So
are the
is there a
only luck
4
picks.
lockpick card?
No, that's the only luck pick card we have. So I'm guessing that's all we have.
One question, guys.
Yeah.
For those papers,
That's just for saving. That's very.
That's like if we were to stop right now, we would know exactly where
Yeah,
we were
we're
at,
at.
and we reset the game back up.
So
that would be good to know.
we
Yeah.
And
get
then another.
1 mechanical. No, this is not mechanical. This is a mechanical part, and 1 wood. We have 3, 4, 5. Why don't we take
these 5 and put one here, so that means we have 6 already.
So and that resolves the back of the card because that's what we get, right?
Yeah, that's what we get.
Now it says place a new fitting card. You may choose any fitting, but only from the deck on the fitting space. So that's what up
Yeah,
there.
that's a fitting. You want to choose. Or why don't I?
So
Build a bed.
any fitting,
Any. If we want to build something, right?
right?
But we still have 1 actions on those 2 guys. Remember that. We haven't completed the actions. We still have 1 more action on those 2 guys.
So, but okay, so we can do.
I think we should first finish cleaning.
Well, no, we did because the action was to give us more.
Yeah, but we only did 1 action each. So we have 2 actions. We only did 1. We clean here,
okay.
and we clean here.
But does that mean now we can put something? Is that an action?
I'm guessing that's an. What does it say? I'm guessing that's an action to build something too.
Place a character on a chosen shelter card. The result of an action on the shelter card is resolving its back. That's the action on a shelter card.
the one. You're good.
Some shelter cards, rubble, bars, or clothes require placing a certain token from the storage, a shovel, saw blade, or lockpick on that card in addition to the character, and then return that token to the storage after resolving the action. So I think we can actually put that
Can we
lockpick back.
keep it? I think so.
So
right?
technically, we should have folks placed the lockpick over here, and then roll
put
the
it
die.
and put it back.
Right. Now, return that token to the storage after resolving the action. In case of a rubble or rubble remnants card, instead of a shovel, you may place an additional
That's
character.
what we did. 'Cause we didn't
Okay,
have any
got it,
shovels, so
okay.
we're good.
But now we were successful in lockpicking, so we can put that back in the storage.
So this goes back,
Yeah.
and now we have 3 more actions, 1 each, right? So we could have this
You could
guy
go and-
cleaning this guy cleaning this.
Or we could go this way too,
Or-
either which way.
We could have these 2 guys cleaning there. What you think, man?
I think these 2 guys should be here.
Wait, but the thing is, this guy alone can clean this up.
Oh, okay.
This is furniture. This isn't rubble or closed doors. So
Then what you're saying?
2 and 2. I mean 2 and 1, right?
Yeah.
So, furniture. What do we get? We get. Oh man, 1 raw food. Goddamn. Nice. Okay, so 1 raw food, 1 mechanical part, and 1 sugar. Where's the sugar at? Oh goddamn. Sugar. Oh, it's there. Okay.
Yeah.
1 sugar and 1 wood. So that means we have 7 wood and 7
Okay.
gears.
We're gonna keep you to that because I'm gonna forget about that ×5 storage.
5. Okay.
Okay, so continue to the dusk phase. Because now wait a minute. Have we completed all of our actions?
Yes, this is.
So what's this action now for
This
us?
is just rubble.
Okay.
So when it's rubble, it's just.
Yeah, when it's rubble, it's just cleaning.
Okay.
Yeah, we don't get anything because we're trying to
Okay.
get to these spaces that
Now,
have materials.
Do we
for
have
us.
any more actions though?
No, we're done.
So now we're done with
we're
that.
done. They're done with that.
So folks, basically, if you were playing this game on the console, you would actually be doing a lot more
Yes.
activities right
in
away.
fact, you can have the 3 guys doing different things, cleaning rubble, this and that, and
Right.
it doesn't matter. I mean, it doesn't take you actions. In fact, you have a timer going on. I think it's about. I mean, it tells you the hours.
Yes,
you go
yes,
that way.
I remember
However,
that.
since this is fitted to the board game, they had to do something different. So that's why we have actions like this. So who's the next player?
All right, so now, folks, it's dusk. The sun has disappeared beneath the horizon. Shadows and darkness now rule over the city. It's a bit safer to go out at this time, but first we must regain some strength. Each character should drink 1 water and discard it from the storage.
Oh, goddamn it.
For each character that did not drink water, roll the black die. So that means if we didn't have any water, then 1 character would have to roll the black die, but we can.
But we do have.
Yes.
We do have water.
So now we got to discard that from the storage.
More water because they already drunk.
Hunger. each character should eat one or more food and discard it from the storage.
Well, one food?
Now keep this in mind though. If we eat a canned food, we lower their hunger by 2. So that would mean
But we don't have canned food, so...
that's if we had it. Raw food, lower their hunger by 1. Vegetable, their hunger stays the same. So right now
we
we've got...
need 3, right?
Yep, and you gotta take those and discard them. But that means we can now turn our hungers over
Level
to
1.
1.
Okay, so we're level 1 hunger.
So
You know
right
what?
now we're not hungry.
We're not hungry, and I'm
I
gonna
mean-
take a quick picture, folks, of the board, because I'll find a way to put this into the video. So you can kind of see that we started off. Oh, shit. Technical difficulties. Whoops. That's okay, folks. You know, we're learning as we go. This is actually kind of fun. We're learning. I see this as a really cool game. All right, now. All right, so we're back at it.
We're
We
back
just-
on track.
Yeah, we just did our hunger.
It's Daniel's
So now
turn.
it's evening time.
Next player, you gotta read all these, man.
Okay, before nightfall, we must decide who will stay in the shelter to regain strength or guard the door, and who will venture into the ruined city. We can only hope to scavenge some food, medicine, and other necessary materials. Assign each character to one of the 4 available tasks. The first one is sleep in a bed. Place a maximum of 1 character on 1 bed card.
We don't have beds still.
See these characters, fatigue to 0.
So how do we get a bed card?
We gotta build it.
Okay,
But that takes actions, and I don't think we have
but
any
now
actions.
that could be a furniture,
Yeah,
right?
so that thing
And we have
can-
2 furnitures.
Yeah, so we can put. Wait, can should
Now
we,
this is a furniture,
so we can build 1 bed here, right?
Yes.
So later on, so now they're not sleeping,
But like it says.
but they can sleep on the floor, by the way.
Exactly.
Yep.
Place any number of the characters on the sleep on the floor space. Lower these characters fatigue by 2.
So currently they're not fatigued, right?
Right, but that means
That if they're not fatigued and then we let them guard,
we have to give them a
give them
fatigue
fatigue.
card.
Oh well, what does it say then? Keep reading.
Well, it says guards
Wait.
duty. Place any number of characters in the guard space to defend the shelter from attacks during the night raid phase. The higher of the prowess of a guard, the better. There must be at least 1 guard on the guard space. Otherwise, see 333 in the book of scripts. Raise the character's fatigue by 1.
So do we want to put 1 guy to guard, right?
Who will be that?
So this
So
guy is
Marco-
already here.
So this is their
He's
the
a firefighter.
characteristics. So he's a firefighter. Breaking. Marco may use the hatchet to open closed doors if he was using a lockpick. Okay, that's his ability. We don't have any hatchet.
So he can just go right back over here to guard if he's going to be the guarder, right?
Guard. Yeah, we can put him to guard. So this is the thing. If any character in the group is hungry level 3, raise Marcus' misery by 1. Nobody is level 3. If Marcus ill, lower his illness by 1. I mean, yeah.
So those things I don't think
Yeah, they're
deal
fine.
with
Yeah, that's
anything.
fine now. So why don't we put this guy to guard?
So Oscar, so if any, by him being a lawyer, firefighter, it doesn't matter what they
It
are.
should, yeah, sometimes it doesn't matter what they can do because you can sometimes you have a trader, as to say, and it's a girl. She's able to have to trade things for a better price. So
Because
it's
she's a
yeah,
lawyer.
she's a
Okay.
trader. She was a trader, so I think she's able. So it depends on the characteristics of these guys.
Does Marco now also, because he's guarding, get a fatigue of 1? Is that how that works?
Yeah, because he's guarding, so he gets 1 fatigue.
Okay.
Marco gets 1 fatigue, right?
But now that also reduces his actions by 2? Or does that not matter at this point?
I think it reduces his actions by 2 because his fatigue is. We will figure it out.
Okay.
eventually. So we'll keep this for the next day because he's gonna be fatigued, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so the last one, it says
Scavenging.
scavenging.
Oh, so these two guys are sleeping on the floor, right?
Well, one of them has to sleep in a bed, and one of them has to.
We don't have a bed, so
Wait, but it says place a maximum.
if we have a bed,
If we have a bed.
yeah, but we
Interesting.
don't. So that's why they can't sleep on the floor. So these guys, no wait, this guy is guarding. We must send somebody to scavenge, right?
Yeah.
So, because they do have like what? Oh, here's the thing. Also, the empathy thing has to do with that. So why don't we use the guy with less empathy, which is Amelia? Hi, Amelia. Do you wanna go out and scavenge?
Okay, now outside, roll the black die first. If a 1 is rolled, the character placed here is hit by a sniper bullet and suffers 2 wounds.
Wait, but we haven't gone out still. This is night. I mean, this is not a night, is it?
Well, it's dusk and they're scavenging, right?
Yes.
Place up to 3 characters
Scavenging
on the findings pile.
findings here, so we're fine. I think this is only during the day. I think.
Okay.
Space to send them to the ruined city during the scattering phase.
Oh, so that's the thing. We can't send 2 guys to scavenge if we want to.
It says the higher
Okay.
the inventory and progress of character, the better way they will
Oh, here's the thing. I think Marco should go to
Because he
scavenge
can-
because he
can
can
find
carry
inventory.
way more.
Yeah.
However, that's the risk we can.
That's the risk we take.
Yeah, we can lose him, but
Yeah.
he's the one who can carry more stuff.
You know, though, I
So-
would flip that. I would put Marco back to guard.
Or wait, what other attributes?
Because we don't wanna lose
dawn
him.
phase. Emilia may rise her fatigue by any amount to lower her misery by
We
the
may
same
discover,
amount.
folks, that Marco is the stronger character of all this, and so he may have to.
How about Marine? Spirit is okay. During the day actions phase, when using the Pokeball action, Marine adds 3 to his black die roll. Oh, okay, so this is actually a good guy to use to poking about.
In the
During the
daytime.
daytime.
Yeah.
So we can use this guy to be poking about here. We use this guy to guard because I think he's important. However, he also will be important to go out scavenge because
But we don't necessarily want to lose him, because what happens in scavenging?
You go out and scavenge. I think
Okay,
you might
continue
find-
to the next phase, which is on the next page.
Yeah, but let's first decide.
Yeah.
So, I think we should. Well, what's the characters of this guy? Fatigue. Well,
Who do we want to
well,
lose
Marco.
first, basically?
If we have a hatchet, we could use him to open doors.
But we don't have. He
We
doesn't
don't
have a
have
hatchet.
none of that.
He just
However,
has a
we might be able to build one. I think, or we can find one.
I think we should have
So-
sent it first.
All right, you're gonna stay in here with your hatchet, although we don't have no. So let's go to the next phase.
Now,
so Amelia,
everybody's got. Who gets a fatigue?
not steal. Marcus gonna get by 1, but not steal till we finish the phase. The night phase,
Well,
the scavenging phase.
This guy, whoever's sleeping on the floor, gets fatigued by 2.
Oh, so this guy gets fatigued by 2.
Yes.
With the fatigue. God damn
And
it.
then
it's already-
scavenging fatigue by 1.
Where's the? How's it? Wait. It doesn't make sense that this guy is sleeping on the floor. It gets 2 fatigue, even though he's still sleeping. But this guy who is not sleeping at all only gets 1.
Well, maybe sleeping on the floor is just more
Uncomfortable.
comfortable guarding. Yeah.
All right. But what about the guy scavenging fatigue by 1? Why don't we
Okay.
fix that right away? So I guess we're all set. Why don't we go to the next?
Scavenging. Okay.
Oh goddamn! So.
Choose
It
one-
is safer to move around the city at night. Shots can still be heard, but only sporadically. You strap your backpacks on tightly and leave your shelter carefully. You pick your way through the ruined shops and houses that line the shield streets. Scavenging, choose a location. Choose one of the 3 available location cards and move all the characters taking part in the scavenging onto it. Not the rule on the red space of the location. We'll put 3 here. This is far, distant, and close, whatever. Yeah, 1, 2, and 3.
And since there's only one character scavenging,
Choose a location, one of the available locations cards, and move all the characters taking part in the scavenging onto it. Now the rule in the red space of the location card if there is one. Okay. Choose equipment. If there are any weapons like a hatchet, knife, pistol, etc., or equipment like a lockpick, saw, or shovel in the search, you may assign these tokens to the scavenging party. Place them on the finding piles place. You may also take any tokens from the search for possible trade. So we might be able to find people to trade, and we can take stuff with us.
But
to
right
scavenge.
now, we
I
don't have anything. So basically, are we taking the guy and putting him on one of those spots?
I'm guessing you can have these guys facing up. So we decide.
So, folks, what we're looking at on the board right now is
So
we
these
have a
have-
near, a close, a near, and a distant.
This one has a rule, okay? So be watching that.
Okay.
Okay, just wait a minute. Okay. Set noise marker. Place a noise marker on the space one of the noise tracking space. One. Whenever the game tells you to raise or lower the noise, move the marker on the track either up or down, respectively. So we're good on one. Whenever the game's tells us to roll for the noise, roll the black die. If the result is equal to or less than the correct noise, an encounter is immediately triggered. Set the noise marker to 1. Draw and resolve the top card from the resident's deck. After resolving the resident's card, resume scavenging. You must assume it's someone else. Continue to the next page. Prepare the known deck and explore. What's a nun? Do we have a nun?
None.
Oh, a nun
That-
deck.
I guess that would just be like a discard pile?
Oh
wait,
Draw
exploration.
okay. Draw as many exploration cards as shown the location space of the location you choose to explore. 10, 12, 14. Place them face down on the known space without looking at their fronts. Oh, so are these? We're looking at them, right?
Well, these are the locations.
Oh, this is okay. This is good.
Exploration.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, this is next player. So should we decide where we're going? Yes, right. We first need to decide where this lady is.
But do we
going.
have to do it by dice?
No, not this.
Draw as many exploration cards as shown
On the location, it
space.
depends on the location we want to go. So if we go here, we get 14 exploration cards. Do we? Here's
Which is
12
here.
and here's 10, right?
Okay.
So
Wait,
Do we have that many? Okay.
Yeah, I think so.
All right. So
So now resolve these cards one after another. Okay. So draw as many exploration cards as shown on the location space. So which
But
location
where-
are we going to choose?
this is a sniper junction. I don't think this is a good idea going there. Up in the space, basement entrance, rubble. Special findings: 1 to 4, nothing. 5 to 6 shells. 7 to 8 ammo, and 9 to 10 canned food. At the beginning of scavenging results is 60. I think
But now look at this
660. 660 is on the book scripts, I believe. So if we choose to return to exploration cards to trade. See 107. Okay, whatever.
That's if we choose that particular
Yeah,
card.
exploration.
Now look at this one. We can get
This is the farthest. Up in the space, basement entrance, bars, closed door.
Is this the rolling of the die?
But
now?
here's a closed door. Not yet. Special findings: 1 to 3, nothing. 4 to 5 sugar, 6 to 2 mechanical parts, 7 to 8 weapon part, and 9 canned food and 10 hatchet. Warehouse. Or we can go to the supermarket.
I think that's the one.
Return to exploration cards to have a look around the area. Okay, basement entrance, bars closed. Special findings: 1 to 3, nothing. 4 sugar, 5 to mechanical parts, 6 weapon parts, 7 100% alcohol, 8 coffee, 9 cigarettes, 10 vegetables. This seems good, but there just doesn't seem to be good stuff. At least, I mean, there's coffee, yes, for one of these guys, but
Which one do we
but,
want?
what we need is it's food, right? Because we only have one
Yeah,
food,
because that's our
and we have
objective.
no water.
I definitely think we should get that one because we still get canned
The
food.
super
And a
supermarket,
weapon
or which one? The can. Oh, this one. Okay. So
What do
would
they
you
use?
guys
Well,
want to go?
that's if we roll the die, right? Because if we only get
Yeah,
one
we
of three,
depends
then
on.
there's
So
nothing.
shall we go to the warehouse? What you think?
Yeah, because it's got lots of food.
So do you want to go there? Are you? We're agreed.
Sure.
Yes.
We'll try it.
All right, then let's
Okay.
go there.
So now we're gonna take 10 exploration cards and don't look at them and put them face down on the unknown. Okay. Now, resolve these cards
One after another.
another. So discard the resolve cards by placing them face up in the discard space on the board. So, first, map card.
Wait, are we sure we are supposed to do that right away?
Yeah? Draw as many exploration cards as shown on the location space. Place them face down without looking in the front. Now, resolve these cards one after another. Discard the resolved cards by placing them face up in the discard space. So, we picked one. We gotta resolve all these cards now. So, check the current location card for rubble. If there is no rubble, discard this card and draw a new card from the exploration deck. If there is rubble, you may resolve this card immediately or place it on the exploration spot and resolve it later instead of drawing a new exploration card. So,
Display rubble. Warehouse, this one, bars. No, that's just basement entrance, bars, and closed door. There's no rubble.
so that has no, if there's no rubble, discard this card and draw from an, so we'll just go boom,
From here, from here.
From here.
from here,
Oh.
from here, yeah.
We'll have to go through all of them to discard them.
Okay, check the current location card for open space. If there is no open space,
This card is
and this is not an open, oh wait,
Yeah,
open
there is
space,
open space.
basement entrance bars, closed doors, so we gotta find that.
If there is an open space, resolve it immediately. Okay, we must resolve then this one. Open space. Move carefully. Return to exploration cards and raise the noise by 2. Or run through. Raise the noise by 3 and roll for the noise.
But here's the deal, the open space is either basement entrance, bars, or closed
well,
door.
it doesn't say anything. It just says open space.
Check the current location card for open space.
It is. There's open space.
And that could be basement entrance, bars, or closed door.
That's what there is. So there's also basement entrance, bars, and closed doors. So we're good on open space too. So there's open space. This is one of the two things we can do. We can move carefully and return to exploration cards and raise the noise by 2, or we can just run through, and that makes it so we raise the noise by 3 and roll for the noise, and then we discard.
And then where do we put the character?
It's just there.
Okay.
So
So
do
can
we want to move? Do we want to move carefully? Do we want to run through? If we move carefully, we only.
So when it
We,
says
but the thing is, we move carefully. We have to return to exploration cards too.
right,
The deck.
right,
But
and raise them, and then
but
that
we
would be
only
it.
raise the noise by 2, and that lower the chances of encountering somebody, or we just decided not to. We just decided not to return to exploration cards. And just raise the noise by 3.
I guess if we move carefully, we get rid of cards, but if we don't, then we still got to continue to resolve all of those explorations.
But still, those explorations we might find stuff. So
Right.
So what happens if we go with the run?
Then we're just gonna move this up to
yeah, 2, 3
or
to 3 noise.
Well, raise the noise by 3.
Oh, by 3.
And roll for the noise. Oh, wait. When you say roll for the noise, what does that mean? And roll for the noise.
Oh, so I think rolling the die for the noise is if we're encountering somebody. Where the here? Here's it here. Whenever the game tells you to roll for the noise,
Roll the black die.
Yeah, the black die is equal or less than the current noise and encounters the middle of the trigger. So that means if we raise it by what? By 2? Oh,
So raise the noise by 3,
By
so that would go up to
3.
4.
oh, to 4?
Yeah. Because it would be 1,
1,
2, 3. Yeah.
Okay, so if we decide to do that, it's that, and then we have to roll the die.
And
Do we want to do it? So we're doing that.
You want to do that?
Do you guys
Let's
want?
do
All right,
it.
fuck it. Let's go.
Okay, now it says if the result of this dot roll is equal or less than the current noise, an encounter is immediately triggered. You set the noise marker to 1 and you draw and resolve the top card from the residence deck. Alright,
So-
should we do it?
Yeah?
Alright, let's see
So
what
it would be
happens.
better if it's lower than 4. Basically, 4 or lower than 4.
Nice.
Well,
Yeah, if it's lower than 4,
then we.
then we're good.
Alright, here we go.
Nothing happens.
Come on,
Here we
girl.
go.
Ah!
So that means we have to throw one
So, well, no, it says if the result is equal or less than the current noise, which it's not, it's 5, an encounter is triggered.
So it's an encounter is triggered.
No.
No.
No,
Oh, because it's higher.
it's higher.
Oh, so it's
So-
only encounter is only true when it's lower.
Yeah,
So basically, we're good?
we're good.
You guys.
Oh, equal or less. Okay, so we're
Yeah.
good because it was
Yeah.
5, so we're good.
So we're good.
So
Now,
we still need to resolve this stuff, right?
right, we got to continue resolving, right? Now resolve these cards one after another. After the resolved cards, place them in the discard. So this is resolved.
All right. Where's the disc? There, this card.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're going to the.
Yeah, we know.
All right, we're gonna put this game on pause for just a moment, folks.
Just a moment. Because
All right, folks, we're back. We're gonna go ahead and discard this card, and we're gonna go ahead and.
no, this is the one that I picked.
Oh, you just picked
See,
up.
yeah, I
Okay.
picked
What's
another
this one now?
Map card. Check the current location for jam door. There's no jam door. If there's no jam door, discard this card and try a new card from exploration.
There we go.
deck. So
Easy,
we don't
easy.
have easy peasy. Man.
So you see, folks, just like in life, it's random chance, and you might actually get something that'll let you just fly right through, or you might get something on one of these cards that's really kind of like complicated, and you got to do some
Yeah.
things.
okay, so the other card we gotta resolve map card. Check the current location card for closed door.
Closed door.
Okay. The closed door discard. Okay. If there is a closed door, you may resolve this card immediately. Okay, then we know. Closed door. Pick the luck. Recurse the luck pick with turbo exploration card and roll the black die. Up to 10 is penalty. After opening, like we don't have any luck pick, right?
Well, no. For a closed door, pick the lock requires a lock pick. So
We don't-
we have a lock pick. Yeah, we do.
Okay. So
Yeah, we do.
but we didn't take with us, did we? So now we're taking it. Fuck it.
So we got a lock pick. So now we're gonna roll the die. Someone roll the die.
Okay, it says after opening, add 5 cards from the exploration deck to the unknown deck. Draw and resolve one findings card.
But here's the thing: if the result is 5 to 10, if it's not, what happens?
Then discard this card. Well, cards after
You will have to type add a card for the exploration.
That's kind of a weird one.
See, now here's the situation though. We could put this to the side and resolve it later.
Can we?
Okay, so if we decide to, if we're picking the lock, we're gonna return one exploration card and roll. So I guess we could discard one.
Return one exploration card and roll the black die. So we got to return one, right?
Yeah.
And then roll the black die.
Okay, and see how it's got the number 5 on there. So if we roll it once and we get a 5 to 10, boom, then
But if we do not,
I think we would have up to 4 more times of that.
attempts in order to open.
And then we would lose that.
Okay.
Okay, I get you.
Yeah.
So one of us should read.
So go ahead and
Yeah.
roll that die and
It
see
will
what
have to
happens.
be between 5
5
and
and a 10, yeah.
we get one.
So now we only have 4 more lock picks left.
I'll do this time. 10.
Nice.
So what's
So discard a lock pick and the door opens.
discard it?
So yeah, that's interesting though. Okay. All right. So the door opens. After opening, add 5 cards from the exploration deck to the unknown deck. Oh shit. So now we gotta play 5 more.
Yes.
Holy crap. Does that mean now we gotta resolve all of these things?
I don't know, man. I just keep playing.
And then discard this closed door card. Okay, so this is done.
So I'm lost. Did you? We
This is the
just-
discard. I'll put it that way
Add
so
more
we know it's
cards?
discard. Yeah. So now we gotta
just-
resolve. We gotta keep
so
resolving
we just
these.
keep resolving stuff.
Yeah.
Are we sure?
That's yeah. Yeah. After opening, add 5 cards. This is the result. This is what you gotta do.
Okay, map card. Check the current location card for
Oh wait a
bars.
minute. Sorry. Wait. Hold on. Add 5 cards from the exploration deck to the unknown deck, which we did. Draw and resolve 1 findings card.
Oh.
Now, is that a
Oh, this
fittings
is
or
fittings.
where's the findings?
Here.
Okay.
Woo! Pantry vegetables for 2. So wait.
Well, no, wait, hold on. It says furniture.
Oh,
Furniture charts. No. Pick one of those cards, and then where it says on the furniture.
Oh, furniture. Weapon part and wrap food. And we have to throw the die.
So how do we then roll the die for special?
Okay, then roll the black die for a special finding and see the current location card for the result. Add the tokens to the findings pile. Afterwards, shuffle this card back into the findings deck.
So special findings. If we roll that, if we do a 1 to 3, we get nothing. 4 to 5, we get sugar.
But this is furniture. What does it mean?
Hold on, let me see. See the corresponding chart below. Pantry furniture heap.
So we get either.
So we're either going to get a weapon part if we roll a 7 to 8, or raw food.
But there's no raw food. So then what do we do?
I think we're only able to get the 7 to 8.
Then roll the black die for special finding and see the current location card for the result. So
the only thing we can get in furniture is
Only
either weapon part or raw food. So that means we can only get raw food.
raw food,
right?
yeah, that would be it.
What if we fail? We don't.
Get anything?
What if we don't get the?
7 or 8?
Okay, it says
Wait,
add
no,
the
it just
tokens
says
to the
raw
finding.
food. There's no raw food in there.
I
It's
know,
only
but-
canned food. But it says furniture, so it doesn't matter, right?
Right.
So we just go
The only
ahead.
thing that we could offer then is the only thing we could get is the weapon part.
So let me get it straight. We have to get a 7 or 8 in order
To get the
that.
weapon.
Yeah.
So if he doesn't get a 7 or 8, we don't get anything.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we just pretty much discard this? Is that how this goes? Yeah, afterwards, shuffle this card back into the findings deck.
Oh, let me see this again, just to make sure.
Most likely.
Most likely, the locations cards probably have.
They tell you, okay.
Yeah.
So in order to get the furniture, yeah, because we needed to do this, right? The furniture thing.
Yep.
So we need
We need.
7 to 8.
7 or 8.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do it. Oh!
God damn it, we had a fucking 3, man. So that means we.
And
have-
a 1 to 3 is nothing, anyways, on that.
So we get nothing.
So that card just goes back into the findings.
We just shuffle and shuffle it, right?
Yep.
Okay.
And then this is all done, and now we just got to continue going through this exploration. So, folks, as you can see, it may seem as if though everything is like all over the place, but it logically follows a step if you're reading the cards and you're identifying what it is that you're looking for. And you kind of have to go back to the initial exploration card to kind of guide you what the location is telling you to do. That's the way I'm
Exactly.
saying it. You know, I have to say, like, if you're in an actual war situation, or you might be running on adrenaline and just kind of like thinking about this stuff, but otherwise, man, I'd be like freaking the fuck out.
Like, and here's the thing. Here's the fit die, as to say, and it just roll. It's just a lug. This represents to me like the lug you might get out in a conflict, right? Because you never know
Exactly.
what you might encounter. So
Exactly.
the lug is represented by this back then, which is a lug. So now
So
we
now
are
it's our next exploration card is a map card. Check the current location for bars. Are there
There's
bars?
bars, there's
Okay.
bars.
If there are bars, you may resolve this card immediately or place it on the exploration slot and resolve it later. So, bars, saw through requires a saw blade, which
We don't
we don't have a saw blade. So what if we don't have a saw blade?
we just put it here and then resolve it later because we don't have a. That's the
Yes.
So we just put it facing on like here.
You know? Okay.
So that way we know.
And now we
it's
can
not
pick another
resolved.
card, yeah.
Why generate this one? Tough luck! Roll for the noise! This is the
Oh.
noise, right? Okay, guys. Yeah, because you're the one. And so we get noise level A. Got
Now,
it.
do we have to go back to the noise marker part
What does it
though?
say?
Okay, whenever the game tells you to raise or lower the noise, move the marker, blah blah blah. When it tells you to roll for the noise, roll the black die. If the result is equal to, then the
Oh,
current.
so we were 4, right?
Yeah.
So it was higher. So we we encounter no one then?
If it's equal to or less,
We encounter
is
somebody.
immediately triggered.
So it was 8. So that means it was higher.
So we don't have to do anything about the residents, so we're okay. And then we just discard
roll
that
for the
card, right?
noise. So this is okay. This is fine. Then.
Okay.
Okay, Joe.
Yeah, do pick one of those.
Each of us
Alright.
are picking one card.
Alright, stairs up. Look for another way. Return 2 exploration cards, or raise the noise by 2 and roll for the noise. But
No, we would be at 6.
So we could return 2 of these cards.
I guess it's better if we return the 2 because we already are at 4 of noise. If we raise the noise by 2, it's gonna be 6.
But why don't we try to see if we can lower the noise and like fight a resident?
Well, that's the thing. The thing is I'm trying to avoid combat, because if we fail in combat, right away one of those guys is gonna be dead. We're gonna end up losing. We
True.
might, if we find like 3 thugs, we might be able to take them 2, but the last one might be able to kill us.
That's true.
Like, if we are not, I mean, if we lose her, we lose nothing basically.
Yeah.
Just look at her card. I
Or
mean,
we
she
can-
but however, she has 3 empathy, so that means when she encounters somebody like a resident or whatever, she is not giving that much back. So that's a good
so
thing
we're
for her.
gonna give
It
us-
sounds bad,
yeah, I
but
see
it's a
what you're
good thing
saying.
for her.
Yeah.
However, you can see Marco in the empathy of 5, so that means he is most likely to give back more stuff.
So basically, she's kind of a biatch.
Yeah, basically. I'm sorry about it, guys. This is one of the games that you have to decide like what to do, like the empathy in this case, like it means
There's
that-
a lot of factors involved.
yeah, there's a lot of factors because you gotta decide lots of stuff, and one of those is who you're sending out, even though you may know they're not gonna die, so you're just trying to figure out who's the most important character.
So
for
you want to go ahead and just return 2 exploration cards then?
Yeah, let's
Okay.
just return to.
All right. And folks, we're gonna come right back at this. I need to take a bathroom break.
Flip it back. Hello everybody, we're back finally, and we were trying to figure out
Where the fuck our pizza's
and also where the fuck our pizza is at because we ordered it
We ordered a pizza like about an
an
hour
hour ago, right?
And the app
Yeah.
tells us it's here, but it ain't.
But no, it ain't. Okay, anyway, so what are we trying
So
to
we
do?
still have more
Okay.
explorations to resolve.
Whose turn is it?
Why don't you go ahead?
Okay. Map card. Check the current location card for the basement entrance. Do we have basement
We have
entrance?
basement
Of
entrance.
course we do. If there's a basement entrance, you may resolve this. Oh yeah, I fucking know that already. Enter. Raise the noise by 3 and roll the noise. So that means we are at 7, right?
Oh shit, we gotta roll for noise.
Okay, so we have to get a 10 or something.
How can we go down?
Well, if we get an equal to
encounter-
number
yeah,
or
oh.
less, then
Wait.
we're encountering a resident.
Yeah, but the way we get the noise down is I'm guessing if we encounter a resident, then the noise goes again back to 1, right?
Yeah.
Right?
So it doesn't.
Can you read it again?
It doesn't
So-
have to go back to 1.
So whenever the game tells you to raise or lower the noise, move the marker on the track up or down respectively. So basically, if we roll a 6,
We're fucked.
then
We
we go
encounter somebody. We encounter
and
a
we
resident.
put that down to 6, and then we encounter a resident.
So it will be better if we get an 8.
Yeah.
Yes.
Or higher.
Or higher.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
It's gonna be.
It's gonna be hard.
Yeah, man. But we're gonna try to figure out because I don't remember really great. So if we encounter a resident, the noise level goes down again to 1.
Yes. It says if whenever the game tells you to roll the noise, roll for noise, roll the black die. If the result is equal or less than the current noise, an encounter is immediately triggered, and you immediately set the noise back down to
Oh
1.
yeah.
So then you would draw and resolve the top card from the resident's deck.
No.
After resolving the resident's card, resume scavenging. You might still meet someone else.
So that means that the noise doesn't go back down.
well, no, it will. As soon as if
Oh.
if we
We-
roll one less than 7.
Then it goes back down to
It goes to 1, and then we gotta figure out what the hell we're doing there.
Oh!
We're good, we're good.
So it goes goes back to 1, right?
No, it
No?
just stays where it's at.
Okay, it stays at 7.
Yes.
Alright, so after entering, add 5 cards. Where did you add from? From the exploration deck to the unknown deck. So add 5 from here, you do it because you're there. Come on.
So the unknown then.
Yeah,
Oh,
5.
we got 5 more
I
explorations.
know, man. It's like
Holy
we
shit.
have a limited amount of cards, but we still have some more to resolve.
Yeah.
That's what I was.
Well, we just have the
considering.
one to resolve, right? Because these
Yeah,
are
this one.
resolved.
Yeah, this one resolved, but still we have these ones to
I
resolve.
know.
I'm a little lost. with
Like,
this.
how we're supposed to finish this one? So they just keep coming.
How do
and
we
coming
finish this
until,
game
like,
and start moving again? But that's the thing. So maybe next time we just do the discard pile if we can.
Okay,
If we
let's
can.
continue. Okay, yeah, to know that. Also, you may discard this card during the scavenging to draw and resolve to find its cards instead of 1. Okay, so we already added the 5, but we could also resolve 2 findings to draw and resolve 2 findings instead of 1. We already added the 5 exploration
Yeah.
cards, so it was something
It
optional.
was either or, right?
Yeah.
Either or, so I'm guessing we just did the fucking 5
5 cards,
items. Yeah, the
so-
5
Yeah,
added
and
cards.
so now this becomes a drum
Yeah.
card.
So next time we should check everything.
Man, we're gonna run out of. God damn it! Alright, who's the?
It's your turn. Yep.
Alright, reality impact. Something unexpected has happened. Draw a card from the colors deck to determine the color of the script.
Red.
Red.
Then-
Okay.
It says, then check the number with that color on the exploration chart.
On the exploration chart.
On
What's
this,
this
on this location card.
Oh, here. Exploration 412.
412. So we got to look at. Why don't you look for 412? Now here's the thing, though. Listen to this.
Oh wait, I have the app.
Note, the red reality impact scripts often depict drastic scenes. So folks, we picked a red color red. This is going to be a very drastic scene. If you do not wish to have such events in your game, remove this card from the game and draw another color.
Oh, so we can remove.
So
it.
this could be a death. Something could happen that one of these characters.
Whatever,
die.
we'll go with that. Oh, here's another thing that you can either use the book of scripts, which is good to have a book like this because this is beautiful and it's well crafted. However, you can also use the app. You just kind of stop in the page and it'll appear all here.
Let's do that because that seems a little
Yeah.
bit more fun.
So we're doing which one?
We're doing the red 412.
412.
So, drum roll, please. Okay.
Okay. Oh man, this is gonna be bad. 3 men armed to the teeth and stand with their backs to the entrance. They're standing watch over several boxes. As they guard the boxes, they warm their hands by a fire that's burning in a huge barrel. One of them raises his head and says, looking back over his shoulder, "Touch anything and I'll shoot you like dogs. Get out."
Shit.
So I think we have 2 options or something. It says it's not worth. Wait. What are we supposed to do this? It's not worth the risk. Let's get a search. Okay, yeah, okay, we're good. It's not. We can do. It's not worth the risk. Let's look for another place to search. That means we return 2 exploration cards or an exploration and back to game. Or silently we move on. We enter a bigger hall to the right of where the thugs were.
And we see.
And we
what-
see the 1391.
Which one do we want to do? I say let's get rid of some of these explosions.
I would say that because they're
Me
up to
too.
Yeah, me
We're
too.
not cowards, we're trying to survive, that's all. Okay, so I'm guessing we take 2 of these exploration cards and these 2 go back to the deck.
Now
right?
I'm going to shuffle this back into the colors cards.
It says afterwards, place this card under the current location card.
So that's underneath there.
It says, when that location card is removed from the game, shuffle this reality impact card back into the exploration deck. So we're gonna put it here.
Okay.
Right?
Wait, what are you doing?
So basically,
Back
we
here?
haven't found anything yet, huh?
Just in the bottom of this.
Okay. So, another one?
Yeah, isn't it interesting? Because we haven't even gotten to the findings part. When the unknown deck is depleted,
But
exploration
this is-
automatically ends.
Well,
We got a lot to explore.
you do it!
Well,
I
for
mean, I
this,
guess we're lucky. So once we're finished with this, we're done, right?
All right, here we go. You may ignore this card, or you can search the pantry. Searching the pantry, you can either return 2 exploration cards, or you can raise the noise by 1 and roll for the noise. To draw and resolve 1 card from the findings deck, pantry chart.
I think we should do the first one.
Return
I would
2
say
exploration
2.
cards.
However, wait, let's see. Okay, I would say also the first one to return 2 because we're already at 7 of noise.
Yeah,
But the thing is, we haven't found anything
I know.
useful yet.
I know. But who knows what's in
But
those
you
exploration
know what's in
cards?
those exploration cards,
Right.
and also who knows what the residents are. You know who they are. Because last time, we encountered thugs.
Yeah.
They were armed to the teeth, so
Yeah.
that thing they could have taken us out. Poor Emily could have been dead, but now. And we didn't. However, here's the thing.
We can just ignore this card too. We can just discard it and just keep going.
I think we should
But-
take 2 exploration cards, so it's less for us.
Yeah,
Return
but
to-
what I'm trying to say, that's good too, because that's less likely that we are encountering somebody else. However, that means we're not getting something, more use of stuff back with us. Because so far we only have 1 food, and we have no water.
And just think about it. If this was real, would we just ignore that, or would we try to take that risk?
I personally would take the risk because I know I only have 1 food, and I have no water, and there's 3 of us. So I would take the risk even though we
I can go either way. I can go either way.
But here's the thing, you can go either way, but the 2 ways is fucking bad because, however, the second one for me, it's the best because there's chances if we encounter a resident, they're not that bad. And if we draw another exploration card, at least we could
wait a
get
minute.
something
So
better.
here's the thing that I think I'm understanding now. To search the pantry, we can do one of 2 things. We can return 2 of the exploration cards, or we can raise the noise by 1 level. Either which way,
They will
then we can
oh,
do this.
so that's the thing, okay.
Yeah.
So what do? We return 2 exploration cards, how many we have? We still have fucking 5!
Let's return 2.
Let's return 2!
And then
We need the more
we're going to
noise.
draw and resolve 1 card from the findings. Where was the findings? Right there. Resolve 1 from the findings.
Pantry? Pantry?
Okay.
Yes.
From the okay.
We
so
get
literature.
either vegetables, sugar, or cigarettes. We have sugar. God damn it, only bloody
So
sugar.
if we can get 4 or 5, we'll get another sugar. See, that's how we're finding this.
Whose turn is it? You,
Let's turn it.
Usually.
Yes. Are you my pizza? No, you're not my pizza.
We're still waiting.
We're still waiting for
I
the
know.
pizza here.
All right, we're hoping for a 4 or 5. Come on.
God dang it.
But it doesn't
Nada.
do. It doesn't do anything.
Because
so-
we got nothing.
Yeah.
We could have gotten some sugar.
Now, here's an interesting thing. We could have ended the exploration by going to
Some of
something.
those pages?
Yeah.
But I don't think we want to end exploration. We still
No.
need to
So
find
this,
stuff.
but this is done. This card is done.
So
So
finding
Oscar's turn is
this
next.
card.
So this is now. Does it? Do we just
When
shuffle
did
this
we-
back?
Do we? I think we do, right?
Yeah. Afterwards, shuffle this card back into the findings.
Yeah,
deck.
because I can see the other one, so that means it's here.
Yeah. Where's that pizza here?
Man,
We're gonna be over and the pizza will
we
not
have
be-
our findings, but not pizza.
Yes. All right. So now it's your turn to do another exploration. Now, how many exploration cards we got left? 3.
We have 3.
That's not bad. So we actually kind of moved.
Hopefully
through
we
that
don't get
quickly.
another 5.
Yeah. Right.
Please do something good. Ah, private. Sorry, guys, this is private.
Now, the
Wait,
top-
is it actually? Is this the first one that we have as private, right?
Yes.
that other one was private too, I think.
Then why the heck did we read it out loud if it says private? It doesn't say anything in this. Okay, I don't give a heck because I know anything about so.
So we can ignore the card.
Or search the heap. I think it is private, guys. We should read to ourselves, I think. Yeah, because you
But
should
this
have. So I think in the last card you should have been able to
But
So
then
you
how do
make
you?
a choice
But then I would have had to make the choice
on
without
your
anyone,
own.
guys.
Yeah, without us consulting.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm guessing
Folks, I'm kind of cheating just a little bit. I just want to see. Oh yeah.
that's
Okay.
rabbit. You see?
So there's a few. Oh.
Okay, so that means you're the one that takes
The action.
Yeah,
the
the action.
decision.
So
Ah,
this is
okay.
depends only on me. So
Okay.
Okay.
I just need some feedback. Okay, I think let us know there if you know something about
In the
game.
comments.
Are there gonna be comments? They're gonna be
There
disabled.
could be comments.
Maybe. Okay, you may not discard whatever. Search the heap. We have heaps. We don't have heaps. I mean, it's there, but not here.
Search the heap, which is this.
Or
Or this.
wait. No, it's the findings. It's the same. It doesn't matter. Never mind.
What are the different options there?
So, return to exploration cards and raise the noise by 1, or raise the noise by 1 and roll for the noise. 2, draw and resolve 1 card from the findings deck. So this is
So,
my
you
decision.
want
What
to
you
do
guys
this?
think? We can return to exploration cards, which we only have these 2. We don't know what we're gonna find. Or and raise the noise by 1. I mean, that would put us on the maximum level. However, we won't have any cards left, so that
Right.
doesn't matter if we raise the noise. Or we can raise.
Well,
still, we
but-
can raise the noise by 1
here's the thing,
and
our
roll.
Our odds, if we move that up to 8, our odds are more so that we're going to end up encountering a resident.
And also, the thing is, if we only raise, the other option is to raise the noise by 1 and roll for the noise. That means we may encounter somebody, and we're already at 8. That means we should roll for a 9 or 10, which is highly
Yes.
unlikely. You know.
Yes. So what do you want
So
to do?
That will be a 20%.
What do you want to do?
But I'm still with the same thought. You know, it's like we have gotten anything worth it so far. We have no water. We only
Right.
have 1 raw food, and the next day they will have to eat.
Yeah.
They will have to drink. And some of them, I mean, the 3 of them are already at 1 hunger and 1 and 2 fatigue. So that means they will
So this
have
character
less
right here.
actions. This guy is in more
Yeah.
danger, and then we have less action. And we need this guy in order to, I mean, because this is the Pokeball guide, right? So that means he can get more stuff out of this.
Yep.
I think.
No, too. Right.
So, do you guys want actually to return this to you and stop searching for stuff? Or do you want
I'm going to still
this
continue
to-
searching for stuff because
I
think
would
we
like
need
that
more.
too, because I think
I
we have
honestly
nothing.
think the times we have tried, the odds are really hard of getting So I think for right now we should go to the next step. But that's just my opinion.
But yeah, but here's the thing. As I told you, we have nothing to feed this guy with, and there's 3. And even though we manage to come back, there's no chances that the other 2 will survive if we don't find any food pretty soon. And that means they might be able to get back home, but that doesn't guarantee us that they will have more actions to do something during the day, which we still need to search here to do the bars and to do more stuff. But for that, we need actions that we won't have if they are hungry or they don't have any water if they're thirsty. I don't know, guys. Okay, I need some fucking feedback. I need to make this decision. I'm still going with the fact that we still need to complete this 2. It's only 2. The odds are high that we might encounter somebody, but still that somebody
I wanna
might not be
encounter
the
somebody.
dangerous. Yeah, because
Encounter
sometimes they give you stuff. You know, it's like the game. Sometimes they give you good stuff, but sometimes they're jerks.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna go with the jerk stuff. So we'll
He's
go.
the one who's taking the decision.
I'm taking the decision. I don't care. You're gonna play me anyway. So okay, we're at 8 of noise right now. We
Let's
need
see,
a
let's
10 or a 9.
Yes. Come on.
Oh! God
So
damn.
now the noise marker goes all the way back down to 1. And we're going to resolve a residence card.
All right.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Dude, she's dead, man. Oh man. Okay, determine the number of thugs encountered. Roll the black die.
Oh shit.
So we haven't.
Now we only want 1 thug.
1 to 3 is 1. 4 to 7 is 2. 8 to 10 is. Woo! Oh man. I hope
Oh,
it's
boy.
only 1.
Here we go. Here we go.
Okay, give me a 3. Oh! only encountered one. Where's the thug at? Well, I had some. Okay, and draw their tokens. Wait, I got a 3. But they say they arm either with a knife, pistol, or assault rifle. But I don't know.
Okay, determine the number of thugs. We did that, so we got 1 thug, and draw their tokens. So they have tokens. So 1 thug,
So it's that one, right?
I guess.
Yeah, probably it's just one.
Okay, so,
So
that's
it's
just
one. So it's just one.
But wait, okay. Oh, okay. So we could have drawn.
So this guy has a pistol. Wait. It says B1. It says A1. Wait, what was it?
There's no other. What's that card say again?
It says way of encountered thugs, right?
Okay. All right. So, folks, here we go. Thugs are armed with knife. Oh, okay. So, draw their tokens. So, I guess we can pick whichever one we want.
Is that the thing? I don't.
Knife is
Wait,
A,
it isn't the pages.
pistol is B, or C is assault rifle. So I'm guessing, where's the diagram for this
Wait,
box?
let's shoot it there.
The diagram for the box is okay. So figures, cold, weight, okay. States, enemies. So I guess you're just kind of like going in and like randomly picking one.
Wait, let me see the card again.
I think that's what happens.
Let me see.
Okay, here's the thing. We can try to stop the fight. It says we may, and they just let us take a look at a certain page, or
But at the same time, we don't have anything to fight with.
we don't. So I suggest we should just try to stop the fight.
If you try to stop the fight, C40. So
Yeah, here. But I'm still concerned with these guys tokens, with the prowess tokens, because they don't tell you what token you should.
let's just pretend like we picked just for the sake of advancing to the next thing.
But this is a home.
Well, but it's a 1 though that we drew, right?
Okay. Yeah. Hey, so what? Is there any B1 or 1? Yeah. But I still don't know what the heck is going on. So we 1, 2, 3. So I'm guessing this is good, right?
Yeah.
I'm guessing so I'm guessing this. The 1 to 3 is the knife guy. The 4 to 7 is the big guy with pistol. 8 to 10 is the guy with the assault rifle. Do you think that?
Yeah, it seems like it.
But then what do the numbers mean?
That's my concern. What do they mean then?
Because otherwise.
Oh, okay. So that means okay. I think I'm getting this. We have only one. Wait, no, it doesn't make sense because we only had one of these guys because we had 1 to 3. But if we 4 to 7, that means we would have 2, right? This is the number 2 guy, and this is the wait, but this is 0. 0.
Alright, but we also, it says combat begins immediately, so, and the way they show the book, see how the enemies are,
you can see this.
yeah,
So that means we have to shuffle them, and
but what if we pick a 0?
then they're fucked.
Or does that mean that that doesn't become, that means the play is stopped? Let me see this script book really quick.
Wait, there's something that tells
Go
you
to
about.
page 40, Joe.
Is it 40 or,
Yeah, 40.
well, there's no page
Yes.
numbers. 40 can be triggered after each round of combat. Trying to stay alive, we attempt to stop the fight and negotiate. We give some of the loot back, discard tokens with a total value of 10 or more.
Well,
from
that's what we
findings
have
pile.
to do. We decide not to fight back, but you already spoiled us what we're gonna be doing.
That's if we were to try to stop the fight, right?
Yeah.
Okay. After defeating all enemies, then
So,
you can see 33.
Here the combat dies. If we decide to fight it, we will have to use this. However, I'm still not sure how am I supposed to. Am I supposed to just place them randomly? I'm guessing that. So we have to pick one.
out of this and see what happens. So we'll pick one from here. That's the most logical thing for me. God damn it! He has a fucking assault rifle.
But it's got a 0 though, so I don't understand what that means.
I think that's the first. I think we only have three pieces each, so that means he's the first one. Then the guy that has the number 1 is the second one.
Okay,
And so
so
on.
we picked assault rifle, and combat begins immediately. See journal combat sheet. Here's the journal, and now see where the combat sheet is.
Evening, dusk, scavenging, choose findings, night raid, guards and weapons. It doesn't say progress. Here, no, this is through the night raid.
Is there like a specific? Oh, here we go.
Combat.
Combat sheet. Okay.
So it's here. The A, B's, okay, it wasn't written here. The A, B, and C tokens that you have drawn while resolving the residence can represent your enemy. So yeah, we had to pick one like randomly, okay?
Okay, which we did.
Your enemy, yeah, it's a fucking guy with the bloody assault rifle. These tokens determine your weapon described in the residence card. Wait, residence card. Residence?
Yeah, it's here. Yeah.
So that means. Oh.
So we encountered one thug, and we drew their token.
Only one because it was
Right.
only one, right? Okay, so we're good. That was
Okay.
randomly chosen, but we're good. These two remember the weapons, describe the resistance card, and prowess number. So it's
There.
0. Prowess number. Okay. Place the enemy tokens on the spaces in the first column of the combat chart, depending on the weapons they possess. Healthy, 1, 2 wounds, 3 wounds. They discard enemy token. So he's what?
It will have to be here, right?
So
Yeah.
it's here because that's firearm, right?
Yep. And it's a 0.
Because he's still not wounded. Okay. Each character can be assigned one weapon from the findings pile or from the storage when you fight in the shelter. The combat is round based. Each round you roll a combat die corresponding to the weapon used for each character and enemy. No weapon. This is the one without weapon.
Guys, still no pizza.
It's still not pizza. We're still
Yeah.
waiting on it. That's fucked up. So this is.
So wait, each character can be assigned one weapon from the findings pile or
Mhm.
from the storage.
But we have known. So.
But that means findings pile, so we can.
Wait, but yes. But if we manage to get it, we haven't managed to get anything. Because remember, we have to resolve this once we do the exploration stuff.
So, oh, okay. So, if they were in the storage,
We could have taken them out
each
before
character
going
can be
scavenging,
assigned
right?
one weapon from the findings pile or from the storage when you fight in the shelter.
But only, I think you can take one of these when you're fighting in the shelter. We are not. This is,
So then now we do it from the findings.
but I think only the findings are.
So-
we're told to drop one when we get an exploration card and tell
But
us
I
to
think-
drop from the findings.
I think we draw a findings
Yeah,
card,
but
and
wait.
we try to find whatever weapon is on there, and then we go
But
into
that
combat.
doesn't make sense because we are supposed to find those weapons when we have resolved the exploration cards. Because the exploration cards are the ones that are gonna give us the findings. So it would make sense for me just to go through the findings. I think it's only we have managed to found.
So, but
Yeah,
we have no
weapon.
weapons. So then
So
what
that
happens?
means we are using this. die.
Or okay. So
Yeah.
then that
Yeah,
determines
because
what
this is the
we
weapon.
use.
Yeah, and this is like the firearm.
Got it.
The
Got it.
melee weapon.
So
and this
folks, there's different colored dies depending on what you have. If you have no weapon, then we end up using this this gray
You know
die, which you look at. It has 2 fists or it has 1 fist, and then it's got whatever that symbol is. I don't know what that symbol is.
That means you're fucked. You're dead.
So
I don't know.
So he's got a firearm, and if we go like that,
That's how much damage we make, right?
yeah, is the number of wounds dealt.
Okay, so I'm guessing this is 3.
because we have 1, 2,
Yeah.
nothing, and 3.
So we're dealt 3 wounds.
Wait, but we still haven't decided
Okay.
to go.
That's if we were to do that. Just you would distribute the wounds dealt by enemies as you choose between characters presented in combat.
So there's only 1.
And then are there actually wound tokens?
Yeah, there's wounds tokens here.
Okay. So potentially, now that's just that.
Okay, no,
character,
I think, yeah, it's just this one. So we can, so that means it's Emilia. We're not fighting yet. We're just trying to figure this out.
Yeah.
So every time we wound him once, he's good here. He's none, right? Okay, so here's none. Okay, so he's healthy. He's 1 wound, 2 wounds. After we pass here, he's dead, right?
Yeah.
But he's. You know what? I think we shouldn't fight him because we have no weapon. Yeah, like this is what he's gonna be rolling, man. And we
Okay,
have
but
no
that's the
weapon.
thing, though. You may try to stop the fight, and that's where we got to go back to the Book of Scripts and do.
Or I
3.
could just go to the
Yeah.
to the app.
So, folks, this game is really intricate in that there are so many possible outcomes, and then within each outcome, there could potentially be more decisions that you have to make to get to the next step. So it's actually pretty. This is pretty cool. I mean, gosh, you could play this 24 hours, just like in a real situation.
Okay, shall we wait for Daniel?
Yeah, we're gonna stop the video for a minute, and we'll come right back.
See you later.
We're starting to record now. Hey everybody, it's Joe again from
Hello,
Shinepa
man.
Radio with Oscar and Daniel. We're gonna put a stop tonight to this first night of gameplay of, yes, we're saving everything for this War of Mine, TWOM. We hope you enjoyed, and we'll look to come back at a future time. So, any
Alright,
last
guys.
words?
Thanks, guys.
Yeah,
Thank
thanks,
you guys
everybody.
for watching. It's been really fun and we will enjoy this game. Although that's a weird thing to say because how can you possibly enjoy this game? It's just kind of dark but still, man, it has
Right?
a good story. So you gotta check it out. I don't think this game has gotten the attention it should get because this is honestly a good game, very different from all the games that I've seen. So if you can check it out, just check it out. I know it's been out there for a while in the market, but still, I have said it hasn't gotten the attention it should. So you should check it out. And thanks for watching, guys.
Yep, and check out our YouTube channel, and you can just go to Shiampa.org. All of the links are there. So peace out, everybody.
Peace out.
Thank you.